Hello. The reading this week made me think of a film I saw a few years ago in an Operation Breakthrough fundraiser. And for those of you who don't know, Operation Breakthrough is a service organization in Kansas City, Missouri that deals primarily with the indigent population, but they provide nutritional, health, and educational services for children, and then parental classes for parents. The film they showed, however, depicted a young single mother who was living on her own and who had a new job. And shortly before she was due in at work, her babysitting fell through. She couldn't find anybody to provide daycare for her child on short notice. So she was placed in the unenviable position of not going into work, calling in sick, and potentially losing her job because it was a low-wage job, or going into work but having to leave her infant child at home alone. What she decided to do, and what she felt was the most responsible thing to do, was to set her child up with the liquids and the food that the child would need for the period of time that she was going to be gone, and barricade the child somewhere so that it couldn't harm itself. She did that and she went off to work. During her period away, the child got upset, started crying. Neighbors heard this infant crying for a prolonged period of time. They came to the door, no one answered, so they called the police. The police came, entered the apartment, and saw that an infant was left unattended. The story was picked up by local media, and they took the most sensational route they could and just reported on an irresponsible young mother leaving a child unattended so she could go off and do whatever. What was not reported, and what really is a shame, is that the local media did not take the story from the perspective of the terrible choice this woman had of either potentially losing her job and not being able to provide for herself or her infant, or trying to be responsible and earn a wage, but the result of doing that would be leaving her infant unattended. And what kind of community are we living in where those two desperate and extreme choices are the only choices this young woman felt that she had? The story got very difficult for the mother. She lost custody of her child for a period of time, but by the time the film was aired, she had gotten an associate's degree, was working in a moderately low-wage job, but one where she could afford and had found steady childcare for her baby, and she was able to support both of them. I think that it is too bad when stories like this are just given surface coverage, and the story behind the story is not communicated to the public at large so that people have the opportunity to really think about what the real life ramifications are in situations like that, and the thoughtful, though desperate, and maybe incorrect choices that people make, but they make them with the best intentions. That's all I have this week. Thank you.